This is my my first Blurb book. Making this video at night, so the colours will look probably terrible, but then horrible blue cast down here and here. But I believe that's more my fault. Bad processing in the iPhoto or whatever the hell it was I used. And it's very flat colours, but I really do think that was me. The cover is a good quality paper, yeah, compared to some other things I've seen. There's literally no design involved. It's just white pages inside, white pages again. They use the direct deposit paper. Take it with the Crown Graphic 5x4. Funny picture of me, which was actually just a lighting test. I thought I'd try out a new flash that I had. And Chocolate Dog logo, which had a website called chocolatedog.co.uk, which had kind of showcased paintings and stuff, but long gone. Again, moving, got an iPhone shot. It looks fine, the yellow's a bit funny, but again, I think it's more my processing. I don't think it's anything to do with the quality of printing. So it looks fine. Paper feels quite nice. Black and white JPEG, high contrast JPEG that kind of mushed together. Some kids hanging around. There's a potential suicide happening here, hence this line cut across here, this ticker tape. I don't think the guy actually did kill himself, but it certainly caused a stir, and there was a lot of people around, including me, of course, taking photos of everybody. This is a bit dark, this one. I'm not sure if it was me, probably was. I think I was using a high ISO, the light was failing. I didn't want to use flash, but I liked the runners running in, I liked the direction here, and most of all, I hung around for quite a bit trying to get this bloody arm in, and I still don't like it. But I like it enough to chuck in as a test picture. It's a bit grainy. This was an off-the-cuff shot. I just saw the beautiful light, and then the light on the legs was just amazing, so I just had to make that photo. Again, GF1. Most of these pictures are digital shots, like another one here is the infrared with the Casio. Most of them are digital shots because my scanning is pretty shoddy, and most of my film scans were pretty poor. Anyway, this is the Vericolor, or however you pronounce it, a Kodak film, Vericolor 3, I think. Taken with the Mamiya Universal, and I thought it would work quite good as a fuel bleed. Obviously the photos of her, she's in this white cardigan, stands out. This guy's big noggin, big head in the middle, quite like that, and trying to kind of balance it out with these people over here. Don't know if that works or not. It's a dirty scan as well. Of course, pretty much everything I do film wise is just a dirty, shitty mess. That's just unfortunately the way I am. There's a nice smudge right in the middle of her forehead. I guess I should wash that negative, and here's another one here. I should wash that negative. Try and get it looking like, well, it should do. Again, more GF1. This guy looks pretty sinister, but he isn't. He's just trying to look over folks' heads at the Edinburgh Festivals on the High Street. There's a performance happening. It's just absolutely bustling with people over here. It's just whoosh, lots of heads, and he's trying to peek over the top and manages to kind of look a wee bit sinister in the process. This is an iPhone shot. Maybe Camera Plus, can't remember. I don't think they were laughing at me. They were just getting off a tour bus. I don't know where they were from, but she had a funny smile. Reminded me a little bit of Auntie Peggy. Again, here, this is another GF1 shot. Most of these are going to be digital frames on this book until I scan my favourite film shots a bit better. So this is the street photography Photobook, my first ever Photobook. The GF1 was so slow at focusing and charging and firing its bastard flash that it turned round and made the photo a hell of a lot better. But lots of smiles, lots of thank you, and she really made that photo. Yeah, it was good. I liked that. Yeah, a bit of manipulation here just to make this orange pop a bit more. It's very flat, and it looks very flat on the page, but it's kind of what I wanted really. I really wanted that to jump out because it was disgusting just next to this blue-grey monotonous junk. So yeah, so I like that, apart from the shit sky. Candid Street Shop, GF1 again, black and white JPEG. I like the high contrast sun, which we don't have much of in Edinburgh or Scotland in general. We don't see much of the sun when it comes out, and throws shadows like that, we jump at it, and I enjoyed it. This is a colour one with the Casio Excellent, the infrared. So I'm trying to think what colours probably wouldn't be true in real life. Probably her hair was probably a bit darker. It looks a bit quite red there. I just loved that blue, and then seeing her scarf, I thought that's got to take that picture. That was a nice candid moment. Yeah, I like that, the combination of the blue and the pinky red. Street photography meetup again, same one. This would have been a hell of a lot better. This photo actually has him stubbing out his cigarette, and there's a puff of smoke coming out of his mouth there, and that would this would have been a better photo if I had more space to the left of that arm, but you can't even see that, so I don't know why I'm mentioning it. But this would be about her anyway. And it was a test frame, I think. I just like, is this my settings looking okay? Yeah, so this is the this is like a precursor to me taking up photography for the second time, I guess. Before I bought the GF1, before I bought any of the 46, whatever, how many cameras I've got, and before I made that big buggering box camera, a big 16 by 20, whatever it is. This is the kind of the early shots, early photos I made. I included this because I just love her. I just love the makeup, the cigarette, the look, the hair, and this guy. This is the kind of photo that made me want to make more photos. Yeah, anyway, that's that. Yeah, I've got my copyright nonsense chocolate dog logo, which I can't even remember the genesis of that. I think it was in a silly book I made, and it was something about doing a job in the toilet that was shaped like a chocolate dog. Something really juvenile like that. It's got QR code or some kind of QR code. Yep, so that's my Photobook. Purely a test, see what the paper quality is like. I like. See what the picture printing quality is like. I also like. It's pretty good. Blacks look pretty good. Colour looks pretty good. You put in, well, you get out what you put in, and sometimes I put in some pretty bad pictures. Pretty poorly processed pictures. But yeah, I quite like it. I don't think I'm a photographer, I just like taking pictures. I like things like this. It's a photo book, it's for fun. Anyway, that's me.